Welcome back to the fourth episode of this series. I'm sure I don't need to introduce what's happened in the past three. If you haven't seen them, check them out. But we're playing these last 5 games. Exeter, MK Dons, Charlton, Plymouth Argyle, and finally Peterborough United on the last day of the season. Before we could play any of these games, we got a visit from actually Andrea Pirlo, but in the end, Danny Amandreou chose to play for Hull instead of a Turkish side. We got rid of him, he's not in our plans for next year. Jesse Marsch doesn't really use him this season, but this is what we're all interested in, the final 5 games of the 2022-23 season. With Wallace playing as an attacking midfielder in a very rare appearance, hopefully youth would be over the more experienced side of Exeter City. Wallace would get a first chance here, turning his man, getting a shot off, could have got in the top left corner, but it was more of an ambitious effort, and you'd hope he'd probably do better on his next attempt. Alex Mighton getting the ball, running out wide, cutting inside, doing his man. Wallace gets it again, if he can turn he might get a shot off, instead Erhanen's going to hit it. Good save there from the Exeter City goalkeeper. So it's been all Lincoln City now after 23 minutes. Looking like it could be a good performance from the Imps. Plange finds Ioma out wide. Can he find Alex Mighton? He finds Wallace, turns on the volley. Again, a really good chance for Wallace. Maybe if he was a bit older, he would have scored one of those and developed his finishing stats a little bit more. Stansfield though, shot from the edge of the box, well saved by Rushworth. He tried to charge it down, but couldn't quite get there. Ball comes back to Stansfield, and he's found the far corner. I think that was their first shot of the game, but somehow Exeter have gone 1-0 up. Lincoln are going to have to play more like they did at the start of the season than they have been doing at the end right here. A big part of their game, of course, is the press. You can see it working there. Wallace getting the ball. Plange nearly trying to find the top right-hand corner. Jesse Marsch looking a bit irritated that somehow Lincoln find themselves 1-0 down. More action now for Lincoln. Alex Mighton winning the ball deep. He finds House up front. He turns his man, gets the shot off. Another good save from Exeter City. It's looking like this goalkeeper's a little bit unbeatable today. Goalkeeper has the ball. He's going to kick this long. Lincoln like that. They've got some tall midfielders. House gets the ball. He plays it to Garrity. Can he find Diamond? Diamond's overlapping. He's got Garrity and Mighton in the middle. Garrity gets there. Shot goes wide. It's all been Lincoln this entire match. They really do need at least 1 point. They want to stay in the automatic hunt. Jack Diamond gets the ball out wide. Can he finally score? No. Ball's been rebounded and it falls to an Exeter player again. This has been so unfortunate for Lincoln. One last chance, you think, right here. Alex Mighton gets the ball out wide. Low ball in. Cleared again by Exeter City. Lincoln are going to recycle it. Erhanen decent in the air. Gets it to Garrity in the box. His shot goes just wide. How unlucky are Lincoln getting in this one? Mandriao, his ball's given away, but look at this press from Lincoln. They want to win it high up the pitch. Garrity does. He finds Cook. Cook has House on the outside. House in the box. Oh my God, it's another wasted chance. And Lincoln are going to end up losing a game where they've had 13 shots to the opponent's 1. They really should have got at least 1 point from this one, but that's just what clinical finishing does, and maybe a bit more proof pressure is getting to Lincoln. The table's not looking great. Lincoln 2 points off top. Plymouth Argyle, though, a team Lincoln are going to be playing against, and because it's only 2 days after this game, they're actually going to be going in with a weakened team at MK Dons. MK Dons have a decent squad. They've got some older players in there, though, so Lincoln would be hoping they could get at least a few chances and hopefully actually finish one off in this game. MK Dons are going to counter. Can they get it in before half-time? Nope. No action, no shots in this first half. Let's hope the second half is better. MK Dons. Oh, Isa's hit the post. Toffolo wins the ball, but Isa gets it back off him. A bit of a slalom dribble right there. Gives it to Burns on the edge of the box. He dodges a tackle. MK Dons in the box. Oh, good save from Rushworth. Yet another point he's probably saved with that one. Lincoln, though, they win the ball back. Some good pressing yet again. Bishop gets it. Bishop out to Sanders. He's got Toffolo on the overlap. Can he cross it? He can. And Andy Cook is there. He's not going to miss from 2 meters out. 1-0 to Lincoln City. Alex Mighton tries to play it inside, but it's been intercepted there well by MK Dons. Are they going to try and get out? They are. Look at this press from Lincoln there. Everyone's marked. Mighton wins it high. He finds Diamond out on the other side. Oh, he should be finishing off the game there. That should be 2-0. MK Dons are still in it. With their last attack, they're going to get the ball out wide. If they pull this back, it could be dangerous, but Monsma gets there first. He wins the second one, and that's the end of the match. Lincoln win this one 1-0 and stay in the automatic hunt. They're going to need to win at least 2 of these last 3 games if they want to make certain that they are going to get automatic promotion. But as things stand, it is actually in Lincoln City's hands somehow, despite having this awful record over the past few months. Jesse Marsh getting grilled on what kind of performance this was. 1 win, they guarantee the playoffs. 2 win, they guarantee automatic promotion. It just shows how tough it is really at the top of League One. But this is going to be one of the biggest games of the season. With only 3 games left, it's first against second place. If Lincoln lose this, there's a real chance that they'll get caught by one of Bolton or Peterborough United, who have many more games in hand. So it's all down to the players. It's all down to Jesse Marsh to pick the right team and hopefully bring victory back to Lincolnshire. You can see how close it is at the top right there, just 1 point between these 2 teams. You've got Peterborough and Bolton nipping at their heels, of course, but it's going to be a Plymouth attack down the right. They try and get the ball in, but Monsma gets there. Tries to go back to the goalkeeper, but it's been intercepted. Oh, it was a really wasteful pass. I think he was trying to go back to the goalkeeper, but somehow kicked it straight to a Plymouth Argyle player. Oh, that's a late tackle on Garrity. He was about to unleash the right back. What's the referee going to do here? It's going to be a card. It's a red card. And Plymouth Argyle are down to 10 men after just 31 minutes. Virtue finds Ayoma. Ayoma's got space. He's going to hit it in low. And it looks like Garrity is there. Ayoma's running off to celebrate. Maybe it was actually off a Plymouth Argyle defender. A red card already, and it looks like it's an own goal from the defender at Plymouth. What an awful day for them to actually feel the pressure. But Garrity gets the ball. Half-time's coming past now. Diamond into the box. He's got Plange in the middle if he can find him. Goes low and volleyed in by Plange. Makes it 2-0, and really you're thinking that the game has been secured by Lincoln City. What a game this would be to win if they can hold out for just another 30 more minutes. Oh, weird play there from Plymouth, putting it forwards, but Lincoln always like to win it in the middle. Plange gets it. He beats his man, gets the shot away. Nearly dribbled into the far corner. Could have been 3-0. Diamond loses out to Plymouth Argyle. Edwards holds him off. Back to the defender. Edwards again. Can he cross it? He can. Poole with a diving header. What an interception that was. Keeping it at 2-0. Dangerous situation. Diamond gets it. Gives it to Erhanen. Can he unleash Diamond? He can. It looks like it's 4-on-2 in the middle if he can find someone. Finds Vernham. His flick is a bit of a weird decision. And the volley is terrible. That should have really finished the game off. Made it 3-0. Lincoln hopefully aren't going to regret that. Plymouth trying to play it out from the back still despite missing their defensive midfielder. What a miss he was in this game. And it's confirmed. Lincoln gave the 3 points. A 2-0 win at home against Plymouth Argyle. Hopefully rectifying that loss they had earlier in the season against Plymouth. And Luke Plange, the star of the show as usual, helps Lincoln go a little bit further towards getting that promotion spot. Let's have a quick look at this table then. A 5-point difference between Lincoln and Peterborough, although Peterborough do have 2 games in hand, and Lincoln are probably going to finish ahead of Plymouth Argyle as well, who have also played a game extra to Lincoln. It's all weird at the table. There's a lot of games delayed. I don't know why, but going into this one is yet another massive match. If Lincoln win this one, they're basically guaranteed to be in the championship next season. So this game against Charlton Athletic is a massive deal for everyone involved with the Imps. You can see all the players here. What we're hoping we'll see at the end of this game. Celebrations from the Lincoln players. Plange, Toffolo, Myton, Rushworth, and even Jesse Marsh all jumping on each other. But let's see how we get on. It's a home game. Lincoln have a really good home record. The tifo of Alex Myton is up. But Charlton, as we've said before, are a very dangerous team. Ayoma down the right. He finds Garrity. Garrity finds Plange in the box. He tries to chip it over the goalkeeper. What a start that is for Lincoln. From a weird angle, he managed to just lift it over the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper probably shouldn't be coming out for that, but what a finish it is to even think about doing that. 1-0 to Lincoln. Ayoma wins the ball again off the Charlton player. Finds Alex Myton. Good link up between those two as usual. Garrity finds Myton again. Oh, he could have gone for a low cross like they were doing in the last game, but he went for the shot, trying to win the game on his own. Maybe a poor decision from the young American. Myton dribbling down the right. Finds Ayoma. This time he does go for the pullback. Plange turns and the shot comes off, but doesn't quite find that left post. Again, could have been 2-0. Lincoln having all the chances in this one as usual. An injury for Lincoln there. One of their midfielders is down, but Charlton are going to play on. Chin gets the ball, plays it into Amro. He's in the box. Oh, could have found the top left corner there. Very tight angle, but it could have come off. Charlton on the counter-attack here. Blackett-Taylor against 3 Lincoln defenders. He's found Raksamyi and Bond from distance. It looked like the ball travelled in slow motion into that top corner, but he has beaten Rushworth, and all of a sudden it's 1-1 at Sinsel Bank. Mighton in the box, he cuts inside, he tries to pull it back to Plange. That's like the weakest shot anyone's ever scored, but Luke Plange has managed to sneak it past the goalkeeper. You can see why he looks so happy with that celebration. Lincoln regained the lead at home in a massive match in this automatic promotion battle. Charlton with the ball down the right. They've beaten Toffolo, Lincoln's best defender. Oh, it bounced up Blackett. Taylor could easily have found the net and equalised there and broken Lincoln hearts. Toffolo on the throw-in. He's going to go long to Erhanen. He's got space in the middle if he can find him. He can. It's House. I don't think he's scored a single goal for Lincoln this season. With his ginger beard, he really has to be scoring that one. Just 10 minutes to go in this match. If Lincoln can hold off, they're basically already promoted. Blackett Taylor, he finds Bond in the box. Rushworth with an amazing save. Lincoln stay ahead. Toffolo can't quite keep it in. But with just a minute left now, Lincoln just have to hold on for one more minute. What attack with that is from Toffolo. That's probably going to finish the match off. Diamond just gets rid of the ball. They're not going to recycle that one. Lincoln get the 3 points. And it's basically all going to come down to this last match against Peterborough United. With both Peterborough and Bolton having 2 games in hand on Lincoln, that means they can catch up 6 points over what Lincoln have. Both teams are 5 points behind Lincoln, so unless Lincoln win against Peterborough United, it comes down to other results after Lincoln's season has finished. All these loans are finishing from Lincoln City next season. Let me know in the comments which ones we should try and re-sign. But look at this table. We've got 2 teams that have 2 games in hand of us, but are 5 points behind. Sheffield Wednesday have already finished the season, as have Plymouth Argyle, so we're going to finish ahead of both of those. But Peterborough and Bolton can both overtake us if they win those games in hand. The thing is, if we beat Peterborough, we're guaranteed to finish in at least 2nd place, because we'd then have an 8-point lead over Peterborough, and they'd only have 2 games where they could only catch up 6. So this was super important. Even if we didn't win, we could still easily get automatic promotion, but if we did win, we basically guaranteed it. You can see the players were super determined to win this one. They were even wearing their suits under their jackets for this massive match. Win, and they get the title. Draw, they could still get promoted. Lose, they might be in the playoffs this season. Everything came down to this last match here. You can see the nerves on the face of some of the players before the games. Jesse Marsh was feeling nervous while playing this match as well. The one thing that summed up Lincoln City all season is the press, and it's going to be super important in this game. You can see it was already given a chance after just 7 minutes. If Diamond puts Lincoln ahead right there, you can imagine all the nerves are just going to melt away. But unfortunately for Lincoln, it went over the bar. Of course, Peterborough were lethal down the right-hand side in the home game against Lincoln. Tackles like that are important to make sure Ward isn't the creative force he was in the other game of the season. Diamond gets the ball, but is intercepted by Peterborough. They're going to turn, try and recycle the ball back to the goalkeeper. Norris, he's passed it straight to Erhanen. Really, Erhanen or Garrity there should be scoring. 2 easy chances, and somehow Peterborough have kept it 0-0. So the next 52 minutes of football are going to define 2 teams' seasons next year. Thompson hits one towards the edge of the box, but was he clipped? No, this time it's not a penalty. The Bolton one was apparently worse than that one. I don't really see the dissimilarity between the 2. Diamond turns. He's trying to get on the ball a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Garrity gives it to Plange. Plange one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's dragged it wide. Awful. Just before half-time, that would have been a really good time to score. Ward hoping to lead the charge and give Peterborough a goal just before half-time instead. Thompson on the ball. Is he going to cross it? He is. Tishy Manga on the volley. Puts Peterborough 1-0 up. This is the worst case scenario for Lincoln. Awful just before half-time. Ayoma tries to cross the ball. It's going to rebound. Can Plange get there? He can. Diamond on the volley. Forget diamonds. That is worth its weight in gold for Lincoln. That extra point could be everything come the end of the season. It could be the difference between 2nd and 3rd place. It all came down to Jesse Marsh now. Was he going to try and get the win, or is he just going to hold off for the draw and hope for the best? Well, Tishy Manga gave the ball to Thompson. Thompson to Ward in the box. It could easily have been 2-1 there in the 86th minute. Substitutes came on for Jesse Marsh's men, defenders. He was going to try and hold out the 1-1 and just hope that Peterborough wouldn't win both of their games in hand, or at least Peterborough and Bolton wouldn't win both of their games in hand. So 5 minutes to go now. Look at this press from Lincoln. Mighton trying to get the ball high up the pitch and maybe do a counter-attack against his manager's preferences. Ioma getting beaten up right back. They give the ball back out to Kahinde. He's beaten Ioma again. Taylor against Poole, and Poole has been our defender of the season for tackles like that. Can Lincoln do a counter-attack? Ioma gives it to Myton. Myton to Garrity. Garrity gets absolutely taken out by Fuchs. Is it going to be another red card? Well, it wouldn't really matter too much with just 1 minute to go. It's a yellow. Poole gives it to Sorensen. He turns. Is he going to try and play it forwards? No, he settles for the 1-1. This is all going to come down now to if Peterborough can win 2 games and if Bolton can win 2 games. Their games are really far in the future. They're 2 weeks after this match, which is Lincoln's last game of the season. Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen before you watch this next minute of footage, but I was actually pretty shocked what did happen. So let's look at the standings. This is the end of the season for Lincoln. Bolton have 3 games in hand, so they can get 9 points, go up to 87. Peterborough can go up to 85. So really, Lincoln could finish 3rd this season, despite being in the top 2 for the majority of it. We advance the first week, and Bolton lose their first game in hand, but Peterborough win theirs, so they're now 2 points behind Lincoln City. Next up, we have another look. Bolton and Peterborough still haven't played. This is how delayed their matches are. I think they take place around about now. Let's have a look on the standings. Peterborough and Bolton. Now, Bolton have actually lost their second game in hand, so it's all down to Peterborough, and it basically means Lincoln are going to be finishing 2nd and going up to the championship. Thankfully, somehow Bolton didn't win all 3 of their games in hand, so if you look at the results on the right-hand side, you can see it was actually Peterborough against Bolton was one of the games in hand, and that has what saved Lincoln City. If Bolton were playing against anyone else, they would have won, and probably Lincoln would have finished 3rd and been in the playoffs. Hopefully you'll join me if I do a season 2 of this series. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all the support on this channel over the past 4 episodes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers and goodbye.